Hello everyone, welcome back to ReviloPlays Ori and the Blind Forest. And we appear to be in danger immediately from where we've saved. With this here spider. Oh, just get off it, will you? Thank you. Okay, so I believe this was the way that we needed to go. Of course, we got this far. That's annoying. I'm not sure really why you even can cling on to the things that hurt the things that hurt you. To be perfectly honest. Oops. We took a bit of a detour, so I can't remember exactly what we were doing or why, but I'm pretty sure it was going this way. This looks dangerous enough to be the correct path. Check, there's nothing up. There's nothing up. Where there's danger, usually you're going the right way. Let's just let this turn off. There we go. Let the winds fly up. This looks like somewhere we've already been, right? I believe this was the whole thing with all the... there were keystones here and such. But this will allow us to go up. Ori looks so cute when she's flying on a little leaf. Here we go. I did not see. I didn't see that there were spikes there. What an anticlimax. I think that was supposed to be like a triumphant moment that I completely spoiled. I'm okay with it though, to be honest with you. I find it to have pleasing comedic timing. I forgot that I'd used my jump. Which is to say that we didn't have triple jump yet. Which I believe is the next thing, if I remember correctly, on the old skill tree that we are about to unlock. You can actually just time that and fall straight down, that's fine. I mean, these obstacles are really designed to be obstacles on the way up, aren't they? They're not particularly... Of course, I still managed to get killed by them on the way down. Because I have, I'm actually so bad at the game that I turn things that aren't even really designed to be particular obstacles into obstacles. Why would I... You know what? Not even questioning it. You know what the problem was here. No wonder Kuro is avoiding this place. The sunstone still radiates the light that she fears. Give me that sunstone. You found the sunstone. Using this legendary rune, you can gain entrance to Mount Horu. Well, that's fantastic, because I believe that is the final section of the game. We have a cutscene now. Everything's pretty sad. They're alive! Their journey inspired even he who had doubt. And you see all of this. Gumo had found a place to belong. All of this because we were just nice to them that one time. That's all bullies really want. You know? They actually just don't know how to make friends. With the sunstone, we can now pass through Mount Horu's gates. But do you feel the shaking, the rumbling in the earth? Mount Horu is close to spewing fire. There is no time to lose! Oh, well, very slowly show me the map then, please. Recover the sunstone from Sorry Pass. But we've done that. in Hollow Grove is where we need to get to. Apparently. Find and restore Mount Horu. Can I go this way? I'm just going to save so we haven't got to watch that again. And what also struck me while we were watching that, of course, is that it took us mere moments from the beginning of the episode. You can't go this way. It took us mere moments from the beginning of the episode to get here. And of course, a few episodes ago, that meant, you know, we stopped at the place where we started this time. The sentence makes sense. So, you know, potentially should have just continued. But it is what it is. This is the situation that we're in. You're going to have to deal with it. I wonder if I just find a teleporter. Oh, no. This is the final boss. You know, Mount Horu certainly seems like this should be the end of the game, doesn't it? It's, you know, it's a volcano, for crying out loud. Let's just drop all the way down. How far down can we go? You know, my memory of how this level, the world map is laid out, it's fairly shaky. But I mean, we can go down pretty far. Is this just like a well right at the center of the level that goes all the way down? Oh, I suppose it must be because like. That's where these winds are all coming from, right? Oh. More than a little bit annoying to have to go through this every time. In fact, we spoke of the teleporter. And of course, we also spoke of the place that we started this episode. Which was, you may recall, dear viewer, a teleporter. What we've just witnessed there is... the reason you don't use an analog stick to play a platformer, which I, of course, am doing, because, well, I'm not entirely sure why. I was going to say because I'm on the Xbox and the Xbox controller D-pad is terrible. But actually, that's not entirely true because I'm on the PC and I could probably use a PlayStation 4 controller, which has a good D-pad. And before anybody gets triggered by anything, I say this, probably nobody's been triggered by anything. Probably everyone's sitting there going, yeah, the PlayStation 4 controller is way better, DualShock 4 for the win, or whatever it is that people say when they get into these dumb arguments. And it is a dumb argument. However, don't take that to mean that I consider myself above it, because I'm actually about to throw fuel on the fire. The Xbox One controller is way better. It's a much better controller on the whole. But for two-dimensional games and platformers, you know, you want a good D-pad. And the PlayStation 4 controller has a much better D-pad. This game, I would say, is not terrible with the analog stick. In fact, this is the first time that it's even come up, because it's probably the first time there's been any kind of an issue. Because I feel as though the game was definitely designed to be played, you know, because it was made... This is an annoying thing to get back to. Don't know if maybe I just go back to the other option and just save on the way down and then go find a whatchamacallit, a teleporter further down. Where did we get killed before? Where's the... Here. Let's just save here. Basically, every time we take damage, we're just going to save. Get to safety and save. Oh, of course, I could just do this. That should take us all the way down to the bottom. I remember now. It's actually pretty cool when you see that. Like, that there's just this section in the middle of the map. Can you see it even? All the winds coming up and then up through the gap there in the rocks. I think that's pretty cool bit of level design, actually. Yeah, it's only. I think this game was probably, being that it was obviously Microsoft funded, the assumption being that the people playing it would be using Xbox controllers because the game came out for the Xbox. Shockingly. Where's the nearest teleporter? Is that one there? Is that what that means? Spirit Well. Is that... That must be what a teleporter is. Realise now how little I've actually used the map. We'll go through here. We'll get this. Not only will we get it, we'll spend it on the fabled triple jump. Look at me go. And he jumps again in the air. Unbelievable. It's not human. I recognise there was never actually a question of whether Ori was human. I was referring, of course, to myself. And yeah, the insinuation was that the fact that I'm able to triple jump in a game by unlocking the triple jump ability is indicative of some extraordinary talent on my part. I'm not afraid to say it. We'll go to this one. Having just done that, I'm actually not sure that the teleporter our destination is any closer to where we need to be than that other one. That one over there was. Okay, yeah, because you can't get it from this way. So we just need to go to the right. Oh, okay. Actually not the easiest thing to get to. We just need to keep going to the right and then go up when we can and then go back on ourselves. It's the direction we need to go, and we're going to save here because we're here. I assume... I actually wasn't paying attention to the screen. I assume it saves when you exit the teleporter. This is like... actually the first time in the game that we've really had to... sort of just travel a long way, I feel like. I could be wrong. There maybe when we had to go from one side of the map to the other, and we just sort of skipped a lot of it with teleporters. But actually, the cadence of the sections, I think, has been relatively good. Can I get through there? No. And I also can't get through there because I just need to go down. You know, I say that I haven't used the map much, and actually the reason I haven't used the map much is because it's kind of a testament to the fact that you don't really need to. The world is designed in such a way as to be quite easy to find where you're going. Now, some people may consider that to be something of a negative. I suppose it really depends on what you're looking for with a Metroidvania game. For some people, I think probably that element of exploration and sort of not knowing where to go and having to work it out, perhaps that's really one of the appeals. I don't know that I'd say this game doesn't have that, but just that it's kind of intuitively laid out in a way that you don't need to worry too much about, you know, really poring over the map. But yeah, I would say that this game falls more on the kind of action platformer side than on the strict Metroidvania side of things, I would say. You know, it's less about exploration and finding your way through a world that's kind of difficult to navigate by unlocking and using new abilities, so much as it is a series of fairly linear, kind of semi-linear, you know, they're sort of contained, each of the areas in the game. They're fairly contained. Certainly the dungeons are very contained, but you know, you don't necessarily, they're not linear in the sense like a Mario level is. You spawn on the left of the screen, you run to the right until you get to the goal. Do you remember this, everybody? Getting flashbacks to wasted time on, I believe, episode 2 of this particular playthrough. And look at this. Something that took us such a long time because we didn't have the ability we need. Now proves completely unproblematic. Oh. And what's that going to do? So, yeah. We never could have done this anyway. I'd actually kind of forgotten about all the time that we spent on this section of the game. And yet now it turns out what we were trying to do on the second episode of this playthrough and what we... Yeah, we're all the way back here. And what we successfully did just then was die. What we were trying to do on the second episode of the playthrough was that it was in fact access the final section of the game. On the one hand, there's actually something comforting in that. Because the fact that it took me so many attempts to get through. And I will remind you, I did successfully get through it. Despite the fact that that particular corner assumes that the player has access to every single ability, and I had access to close to none of the abilities. I feel is oh yeah, it's down again, isn't it? I feel is actually something of a testament to the fact that I'm not completely incompetent. However, the fact that I persevered sounded quite Bristolian then, didn't I? The fact that I persevered does perhaps belie a certain ineptitude of the mind. And yes, for anybody who's watched Hot Fuzz and wondered, do they actually sound like that? They do actually sound like that. People, I mean. Some people. In certain parts of the world. Namely this one. Okay. Let's just get rid of this thing, because he's sort of a bugbear. And we'll just save here. I believe I even mentioned during the time that I spent trying to get up here that I needed the bash ability in order to reroute Spiky Roller, who I believe has been christened Bob. In order to open that thing. And what I did was just carry on anyway. Should have been a clue, really. Well, I knew I didn't have the ability to get through where I needed to get through. But I suppose that actually kind of speaks a little bit to my point about how certain Metroidvanias work and how this one works, which is to say that this one doesn't work exactly the same as all others. Because there are a lot of Metroidvania games. Wow, okay, I can't go this way, I don't think. Maybe I need to go this way through the door. And turn the lava off or something. You know, there are a lot of Metroidvania games in which I thought I could make that. Very annoying. Alright, let's just... Why am I not just bashing about the way? Like... Go over there. Thank you. Oh, okay, we'll save here. Okay, so actually it's just a fairly tricky bit of platforming that's required. There's plenty of Metroidvania games in which, you know, there'll be sort of extra secret areas, things like that that you just need an ability to get to, but you can come back to sort of more optionally. Or certainly some will make you backtrack to the sections more often. And of course, you know, underpinning all of this is the fact that having played the game before, you'd think I'd have the benefit of kind of knowing more what kind of style of game this was. But I can't remember specifics like that. What'd you take me for? It's actually proved fairly easy. I'm not sure quite what I was worried about. Well, that was a good shot. That was quite lucky. This sort of looks like something's about to happen, so I'm just going to save. Darkness brought them to this sacred place. I wanted to go up here because it looks like there's something going on. Before we continue. You see? I told you there's something going on. Not quite sure what that's done, though. Is that a shortcut? Like, maybe just a secret? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Lots of death and destruction. Surely the way with the narrator has got to be the critical path, right? Like, they don't... Why else would that be there? And so we are taking the time to do this detour now. Because I do believe we are extremely close to the end of the game. And so if there's ever going to be any detours, now's the time to take them. Of course, now would also be the time, if I were so inclined, to explore the rest of the map, collect the things I haven't collected. You know, to be honest, I probably wouldn't subject you to watching me do that, even if I was so inclined. But, you know, luckily for both of us, I'm not so inclined. So neither do you have to be bored by it. I feel like I've gone a strange way about starting this sentence. You know, you neither have to be bored by it, and nor do I. I mean, have to be bored by it, I suppose, is the way I'd actually say it. So neither of us have to be bored by it. You understand? I think you understand. Let's save again, just because we haven't got that bullet point. That makes sense. Look at the triple jump coming in handy. Good job we bought it, right? At the gates of Mount Horu, a tough decision was made. I don't feel like the decision's that tough because, well, for a start, it's either like put the stone in here or just die. I wonder if there was a secret down here. I appear to have actually just kind of got myself into something of a pickle. Or just take a bit of damage. Yeah, I find that a pretty easy decision. I don't know about you. In we go. It looks hot in there, doesn't it? Nibel's source of warmth. Okay, yeah, makes sense. All its glory has burned. Let's be careful. Many of those that entered this place have never returned. Mount Horu. The element of warmth is close, but the mountain, I have never seen it this way. We have come so far, so much has been lost. You can't give up now. We must enter the fray. Now, assuming that this section is going to take us about the same amount of time as the other sort of dungeon sections, it should be basically just a straight shot to the end of the game, which means it feels quite likely that this is going, in fact, to be the finale. Now, we've already been going for 25 minutes. However, essentially, we've done nothing so far. You know, we've kind of just run from one place to another. So, oh, of course, I'm taking damage because it's so hot. I'm remarkably stupid. I think we can all agree. I'm going to blame the fact that I was distracted by trying to talk to you. That's why these things are here. Can I... Oh, I can't bash these things around? Okay, I'm not sure then. Let's just die. You know, so usually we might be thinking about wrapping up soon. But as we've basically done nothing... Okay, so I can touch it for a while. I think probably, you know, we should continue and just deal with the fact that for a finale, it may just be a bit of a long episode. Now, of course, it may not even be the finale, because we may find that this could be a longer section. I don't have that information for you. I can't make any guarantees. But having entered Mount Horu, it would seem somewhat anticlimactic to end the episode without having beaten Mount Horu, and therefore the game. And of course, we don't want anticlimactic, because the whole point of this series is to achieve climax. I know what I said. This is something of a difficulty spike, mainly owing, of course, to the fact that like you can't touch the floor for very long, like not very long at all. Wow, that was really quick. And there's so many things that can kill you. That was unfortunate that I landed on that thing there. And I'm not sure exactly even where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, let's just chill out here. The problem as well is like, can't look around that far. Let's just go with where basically what the game is telegraphing to us, which is just to like, that's a really, really annoying situation with that enemy above. Like, can't you give me at least a slightly wider platform so that I can sort of to dodge the enemy's attacks without also then just sort of having no choice but to get hit eventually. I killed the one enemy that was actually helping me to traverse the level, so I'm going to have to get a bit creative here. Alright. So that's been done. And you can't create a soul link on unstable ground. Of course you can. You know, why would I even think that you could? Please shoot at me so I can stay alive. This counts as stable ground, doesn't it? Wonderful news. And the triple jump is really coming into its own here, because it allows you to stall much more easily. I find like jumping to stall my movement just much more intuitive than using the feather. Okay. And the difficulty here is that if you accidentally hit one of these things into its source, ow, caught in a crossfire. Then you, of course, remove your ability to then ascend again. To some extent. Probably there are enough of them that you can afford to lose one. Okay, we don't have enough. Where does he need to go? Please explain to me where he needs to go so that that doesn't happen. That lava is in fact Sorry. Thought that the lava was in the background for a moment, but of course that's a stupid thing to think. It's Mount Horu. Why are they just gonna let you go where you want to go? You know, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I do feel as though I'm having more trouble with this section of the game already than any other, which I suppose is how it should be. It's the final section. It's sort of supposed to be the more difficult. Oi. Okay. We've entered. We've entered safety. We can save. So my understanding then, based on what's just happened, is that this is going to be essentially like a series of smaller connected dungeons. Can we get over to here? Probably it's going to require us to use all of our abilities that we know. The timing. Maybe not even the timing. Maybe I need to just go the other way. Okay. Right. I mean, we're just back where we started. I really only get one go at that, don't I? Let's look, as it goes in reverse, what we're going to need to do. There is the position. I missed it again, as you can see. That doesn't... That sort of doesn't feel right. It sort of doesn't feel right to me that that's what needs to happen, to be honest. The timing is sort of too precise, and it doesn't really fit with anything else that's been done in the game. So I will, of course, entertain the possibility that I've just been remarkably stupid. Okay. Nope, that's... Oh, okay. That's what we need to do. That makes a lot more sense. Do you know what we're going to do, actually, just in case? Because we've done this here. Is... Nope, how do we... We're going to save again. Really dumb idea to save in front of a door. Tell me not to do that again, because I can't see the instructions. I know, I understand I don't need instructions to hold B, but... Stem the flow of lava. I mean, this is a frightening construction, isn't it? Look at this. Got this eye here, and then what looks like a large mouth full of very scary teeth. Really just extremely scary. And we'll save. Because we've beaten this particular... Ah, you see, so now the lava's gone out there and it's gone on here. I bet that means that... Next time we find one of these places, we'll have to check. Because my assumption is that the light will be off. Does it want me to put him through there? You see? Oh, okay, now it's not off. Turns on as you get near it. I thought, as they fought for their lives amidst the fires of Horu. Oh, what's happening? Save yourselves. Why are you putting yourselves in such danger? Oh, they've been separated. Naru wished solely to see her child again. It really does bring a tear to the eye. Mama. Mama, come and see me. I sort of feel like my idea is actually better, to be honest. Like, have this be on the inside when it hasn't been completed, and then have the other side be on, lit up with lava when it has been completed, so that if you ever get turned around, you know which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. But you know what? It's okay. We can't all be geniuses of this kind of caliber. I mean, for a start, it would make it less special when people like me did exist. And yeah, I do appreciate the irony of me saying that after making a number of fairly fundamental errors. Quite amateurish behavior from me. But I'm going to save. You see, and you didn't think I would, and you probably were shouting at yourself. Why would you not save after a treacherous section is what you've just completed? Ori, these rocks appear unstable. Though through my light, we might be able to use them to stop the lava from spreading. That's a fantastic idea. I'm going to mash X until you dislodge the rock. Well done, sign. You've really come in handy. I understand. Each one of these that you complete then grants you access to the next one. Is there a way to leave, or do I just have to go back the way I came? Look at that. I found a secret. And I saved after the secret. I'm learning. I mean, admittedly, it's taken me to the very end of the game to actually remember to save. And because the thing is, you know that had I not saved, I would just leave now, and I would not go back up and get that that energy thing. So I hope you're all proud of me. I can't be bothered. I can't. Like, it's not worth the fact that it's mildly inconvenient to get that bit of experience for me to bother getting it. Save again. Now the question that becomes, of course, where did that lava turn itself off? Is it back down here somewhere? Like, this feels treacherous. This feels almost too treacherous. You know, of course, what we're forgetting is we have a map. So these do show. Okay, so that's going to go through to there. Well, shit, yeah, I mean, I guess we just have to go back down and explore around some of these areas. Hey! No, thank you. No, thank you, please. No, thank you, please. I'm being so polite. And they're still not leaving me alone. Like, as a Brit, I don't actually understand now what to do. We don't have a map fragment? No. But I'm going to save because we're safe and very slightly closer to where we want to be. This is where the lava was turned off. We talked about it before, in fact. You know, as a Brit, I don't understand what to do. If you ask somebody, please, and even say thank you in advance, I mean, that's the classic move. You got to make sure you thank the person in advance, because then you've really got to be kind of a piece of shit not to do the thing that someone's already thanked you for doing. You see, now, in fact, whereas before we were trying to avoid killing these things with their own fire, you know, now the tables have turned, and now that's exactly what we want to do. I get the feeling that's... We need to get through all of them. So I think probably what we do is we go across, and then we kill these things in reverse order, going as we come back across. Because I don't know how many there are going to be, and I'm assuming I need to kill them all in order to open that next thing. I mean, I could also just prove to be entirely wrong. Oh, yeah, okay. You can't create a soul link near enemies, so I had to come down here. To the relative safety of the step. Video games are stupid. Okay. There's a lot of these fuckers. It's got to be said. How is this not near enemies? Why is that safe, but like behind a door isn't safe? You see, I was absolutely right that we're going to need to kill them all. But that the only way to do so is going to be on the way back. And of course now things become much more critical. Oh, we accidentally killed that one, I didn't know. We took a little bit of damage, but overall I think that went quite well. And we can stop another one. We're really making good progress here, and I feel pretty good about it. I'm a bit confused, to be honest with you, at how... Did it save after that cutscene on its own? I don't know. It doesn't really matter if it did. We've got plenty of... We've got plenty of energy we can use! I forgot about the dash. You know what? This whole time... I mean, I actually think I predicted that this would happen because it's such a typical me thing to do. But I've completely forgotten this whole time that we had a dash. What a handy move. Yeah, of course you can't create soul link near enemies. So you just kill the enemies. Problem solved. It's the best way to solve any problem. Is to destroy it. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm getting confused which buttons I'm supposed to be holding and which buttons I'm supposed to be pressing. It's also a touch frustrating that the color of this enemy's attacks is basically exactly the same as the color of literally everything else. I'm just whining. Of course I'm just whining. You know, this is obvious. That's dumb. I've just seen that in fact the lava is coming out of the other side. Oh! So I'm going to need to put myself on the part that will in fact be protected. Yep. I heard it. Don't worry. I'm embarrassed about it as well. I mean, I say as well. I dare say you're not actually that embarrassed about it. But I'm sure agree that it's correct that I am. That's a frightening enemy. Keep jumping. Keep jumping. Always be jumping. Is there anything, any reason for this guy to be here? You know, is there something we can, some secret we can find? No? Oh, of course I can pull. I don't know why. Another flow of lava stemmed. And another mini dungeon unlocked. We're making tremendous progress, I think you'll agree. That's less tremendous. That's far less tremendous. Let's go over here and get this thing. I always thought those things gave energy. I thought that's why they were blue. Like, I'm really stupid. I don't think it actually gave me any energy at all. Let's see. Let's save here. Okay, we have 4.5. But now we have... It doesn't even give you energy. I honestly thought that because they were blue, it was just like a given that they would give you energy rather than experience. This whole time, that has been the assumption that I've been operating under. And a number of times I've even lamented myself, sometimes externally, but almost 100% of the time internally, when I've broken one of them open, and like when I've had full energy and I could have just I felt like, oh, I've just passed up an opportunity for a free save. Now I find out that that's not even true. You know, I think I've provided enough evidence during the course of this playthrough that I am more than happy to admit when I'm at fault. But when I start blaming myself for things that actually have nothing to do with me, I haven't made, like, start telling myself I made a mistake when I haven't, that stings. I hate these things. They're so dangerous. Why would you even make these? Who made these? Like, are these naturally occurring life forms? Is that what we're supposed to be led to believe? That there are just naturally occurring laser things in this world? I'm guessing that it's going to need to go up there to allow me to go underneath. Nope. I wanted to cancel. I'm not actually sure if you can cancel once you're... Please don't kill me. It's really quick, actually, that the hot floor starts to hurt you. Really is fast. It's a good job I didn't go then. That would have been quite annoying. All this is going to do is allow us to unlock an ability, which we probably don't want, right? Yeah, of course I'm going to do it anyway. What do you take me for? What do you take me for? Some kind of a coward? Huh? Now, admittedly, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, maybe just on the way back. Because we're probably going to turn all this off, right? Let's just go turn it all off and then see. All it's going to allow me to do if I actually go and get that ability point is just to buy something I don't need. But also, it's right there. And I'm not sure what we don't have. But there may be something that we don't have that we want to have. Of course, it's completely useless to us because we're basically about to finish the game. But yeah, I killed myself. That's... Can't be bothered. Honestly, I'm actually not bothered. Ultra defense requires 3 ability points. God damn, I kind of want that. Increases the strength and radius of light burst. Fine, let's just have that. Let's do a quick save. Get a bit more of this. Oh no. tremendously poorly is how that went. We don't want to exit. No, of course not. Ooh. Ow. We done died. I'm not sure where we now need to go. Oh, there was a... Trying to remember where we saw all the flame waterfalls, because they're obviously the things that we need to get past in order to reach our objectives. Was there one over here that we haven't done, or is this the one we just did? It's the one we just did, right? You see what I mean? Where this should definitely be... Oi! This should absolutely be lit up, or not lit up, based on the status of completion. Yeah, the whole right side seems to be pretty much completed. So it must be the left side. But this one here we can't get through. And this one here we can't get through. So I gotta be honest with you, I'm not sure where we can go. Please shoot me again, thank you. Like, I'm honestly not sure where... Is this not one that we've done up here? No, I don't recognize the square with the thing. Down we go, I suppose. I mean, that has made that considerably easier. Okay. Oh dear. What's that done? Did that unlock this for us? That makes sense. Just stay safe, kids. Let's hope this does something. Oh, it moves so slowly. I actually am not sure that it's going to be double in one go. We're going to need to hide again. Please don't hit me. Yeah, I could have seen that coming. Really could have sort of worked out the old angles on that one, I think. Okay. Just stay behind it for now. Down it goes. Just, actually, it moves it back quite a way. That's quite frustrating. That's fine. Should be able to make it now. How many more were there? I think just 2. Just the other 2. So we go down. I mean, I actually didn't realize that. But essentially, we just go down. Of course. Each side. So you start at the top and then move down the right side. And then go up and move down the right side. Thanks for that. You see, even here, there's like a dot in the middle. Light up. Light up the dot as an indication of completion. Just give me something. Please. It's, you know. It's like, it's annoying me because it just seems so obvious that these be used for something. I understand, of course, like they are, you know, they're kind of depictions of what the level looks like, right? Or at least like what the kind of mechanic or the gimmick of the level is. But still, it's ridiculous that they're not put to any kind of an actual use. Well, this guy shoots real fast. Okay. Yeah, really asking something of me now. Whoop. Oh. Of all the things to die on, it's just jumping in the lava. Like the easy bit. Well, actually, we can just get more energy here, so you can. Can I stand on this? Find a place to save. Ow. That's good. It's good. We're good. Please. Please shoot me. Straight into his next shot. I mean, I am actually just going to do that. Like, the efficiency of just doing that once compared to potentially doing it multiple times every time, I think is a positive efficiency quotient. Is that a thing? Is it an efficiency quotient a thing? I mean, if it's not, you actually can't jump on that. Maybe I didn't even miss it the first time. I actually think I did miss it the first time. But you can't prove it. You can prove it. You've got the footage. But either way, it doesn't actually matter if I did or didn't, because I don't think it's even a standable block. I thought it was like one fixed block to give you some kind of respite from the craziness. That's a better way of doing it. Get up nice and high to begin with, and then there's no chance of messing it up. Save here. Oh, utilize science light, of course. Then I was looking around for where to go next, and it told me exactly what I needed to do on the screen. I mean, I warned you it would be a long episode. We've been going for an hour. But I think we can all agree that it makes kind of sense to see the game through at this point. That's frustrating. Oh, is there maybe another little secret thing going on? There's not. It's quite a treacherous path back to the main room, actually. They really do expect you to sort of know what you're doing by this point in the game, don't they? I mean, yeah, I think I would even say that so far Mount Horu has proved to be actually out of sorts in terms of the difficulty compared to the rest of the game. Yeah, the rest of the game has been That's not to say that this is too difficult. I mean, like, I just think that there could have been more of a ramp, because the rest of the game was probably like a 6 for difficulty. I understand that's a bit of a weird scale. But the rest of the game was like maybe a 6 for difficulty. And this is like an 8. Which doesn't sound like a huge difference, but you gotta think, like, that's a full 20% more difficult with essentially no transitional ramp. Probably, you know, there were some sections that were like a 4. Maybe some that went to like a 6.5. But then to go straight up to this, which is like an 8, maybe even an 8.5 at times. And that's quite a jump. I think that's quite a jump. And of course, like I say, it's a relative scale because, you know, there are games that are, generally speaking, more than a sort of 25% harder than this again, which would be the scale that I'm operating on as being the maximum difficulty. So like this is not to say this is 80% as difficult as games get when I say that it has a difficulty rating of 8. In fact, I think probably I just gone about this entirely the wrong way. And the only way that you really can talk about a scale of difficulty is to set a high point for the game in question. And you'd have to say that unless there's some extremely difficult end chase sequence, which is quite likely, isn't it? It's quite likely that that's going to happen on account of the fact that both the element of winds and the element of water had those. And that chase sequence at the end of the Ginzo tree, that's pretty difficult. I'd say that's probably the hardest section of the game, other than, so far, Mount Horu. You'd have to say that the most difficult section of the game is then 10. And I suppose my point, in terms of the ramping, is that the rest of the game rarely gets anywhere above like a 7. I think we may have found the chase sequence that we just theorized would be here. But like, I guess the thing is, like, now we have the dash. I'd have thought that would like make things slightly easier. Oh no, that's not the chase sequence that we were expecting. No way. No way, that's too easy. We're gonna save and refill our energy. And you know what we're also going to do is we're going to save again, because that's how smart we've become. I've truly ascended. And it's only taken me 12 episodes. I mean, I'll still probably never actually use the right attack on the right enemies. Not the first time, anyway. But, like, you can only expect so much of a person. I think this is the last one of these. And away goes the lava. However, away does not go this lava. Let's go get this. Can we get through here? Nope. No, we can't. Just gotta sort of keep jumping. Always be jumping. ABJ. We'll save. We'll also go and get this. What do we need to... Oh, we need to kill this guy. He can one-hit us? We definitely had full health there, right? Like, that's crazy. I mean, that was fairly easy. Can we spend this on anything? Like, can we actually afford anything? For 1? No. Nothing costs 1. The element of warmth is within our grasp. With the elements restored, we could undo the effects of her wrath. I'm excited. I want to undo the effects of a Wrath. I've never, in real life, undone the effects of a Wrath. And I gotta be honest, it makes me feel inadequate. That is, I mean, you're scary, but you're also a pretty fucking badass owl. I'll give you that. Okay, here's the set piece that we were talking about. So it all comes down to this. Me versus the bird. I died? How did I die? There's a lot of screen shake going on, which makes the section kind of hard to read. To be totally honest with you. You're just too slow, birdie. Keep moving. Always be moving. Okay. I'm not sure. Like, the thing here is, it's not even that the inputs are particularly difficult. It's actually just sort of knowing where I need to go. Oh, no. I was holding right and didn't realize that the control of Ori would happen until, like, I could actually see Ori. And so, you know, if I do this, like, I can actually still move even when you can only see the bird. It's quite funny. Oh. Yeah, like, the difficulty here is sort of not knowing where you actually even need to go. That's gonna just get annoying every time because it just fucks with the momentum. It just makes it more difficult to sight read. Let the big one drop. I actually wonder if at that point... Oh, no. If at that point, when the... Forgive my stupidity. When the bird is cut off, I could actually... That considered safe enough to save. Oh. Gosh damn and blast. This is... I mean, it's just rushing. That's the only reason that's gone wrong. So you just need to take a second. Just take a second. Like here, can you... No, you can't save here. It's still definitely considered an unsafe zone. I'm getting close to dying. Like, oh. You only get so long in each section before the bird swoops down and kills you. As long as you dash. That handy move that we use all the time. You can actually get through that without waiting. Very frustrating. I mean, I suppose I would have to admit that this is a difficult section. I'm not sure. I'm not sure though. Because like the thing with a lot of these sort of chase sequences is that they're not actually difficult platforming necessarily. They're more difficult because of the time limit involved. Like if you took the time limit away and you just had to make these jumps, the jumps themselves are very easy. Although the difficulty, obviously, not only is in terms of time, it is in terms of consistency, because they tend to be fairly extended. And of course, usually have instant death mechanics. So you have to be close to perfect. Oh no, that's annoying. Ooh. That was a real photo finish there. And you're welcome for the free burst of adrenaline that I just gave you. The timing on that couldn't have been worse. Through we go. I'll tell you what happened there is I was holding the wrong button to do the like bash ability thing. And just that extra beat where I pressed the wrong button. And yeah, I mean it's weird. It is weird that I pressed the wrong button after doing it so many times throughout the course of the game. I agree with you. Doesn't change it, that's what happened. That's fine, you know, we can get here. We can get here pretty safely. I'd really rather you didn't kill me actually, bird. Fish. And bird. Okay, we appear to actually be safe here. Because of the way... It's the same thing as like the way that stealth section worked. Oh, no. Oof. Have we done it? Are we free? She left them to burn, though she vanquished my light. That's not very nice. Ori, please get up. I will get up. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a sequel, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be okay. The spirit tree, so close. He's our only hope left. The spirit tree's near. There's one more step to take. The forest of Nibel will live once again. That's very nice. We've achieved our goal. We haven't achieved our goal. We've been intercepted by a very angry bird. This is when the game becomes Angry Birds. Oh, Naru. Oh, just trucking through the flames. What a beast. I mean, not the biggest jump in the world. You wouldn't have said. Yeah, you're very imposing, but like, a mother's love knows no bounds. You think you're going to scare me by just being big? Please. You see? It's love in the end that wins out. It's really just a tale of motherhood. Triumph. Wow, that's growing really fast. Well, I mean, that's actually kind of sad. Look at this place. It's beautiful, man. I feel really good about saving it, to be honest with you. Wait, were leaves? Were those leaves that they turned into... Well, there we go. Ori and the Blind Forest. Thank you very much for watching the series, and thank you, Moon Studios, for creating the game. I'm actually going to let the credits roll here. So, you know, please take a second to read some of the names and appreciate some of the work that's gone into the game. I very much enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And we will be back with a new series with in due course. So thank you very much. Click the buttons at the bottom of the video and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.